What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Back at you with another episode, and we're gonna go over week 3 of the NFL rigged and scripted schedule. In the first game, we got the New York Giants versus the 49ers of San Francisco. Now, it's gonna be really easy to just say that the San Francisco 49ers are just gonna walk right through them. Now, I would be one to raise my hand to say, yeah, that is going to happen. But there's only one problem. The NFL is rigged and scripted, fellas. So what does that mean? That means that New York has a damn chance to win. Now, do I think they're going to go in there and whoop their ass? It's possible. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't. I think San Fran's going to walk away with this slim victory by 2 or 3 points. I got the Niners winning there. I'd be surprised if the Giants won. Then that should show you how fake it is, boys. Just be ready for the loss. But I don't think it's going to happen. Next, we got Tennessee versus Cleveland. Tennessee Titans versus the Browns. They got Browns at home. I'm going to go with Tennessee, boys. I like Tennessee to win this game. I think they got a better coach and just a better team right now. And Cleveland lost Nick Chubb, but at the same time, that might be a trap because they know Nick Chubb is gone now. They gonna think they out of it. They gonna count. Everybody's gonna count the Browns out. So that's a reason why you should watch out for this game. The Browns could easily win this game, and it looks like based on the line, Vegas knows something. They think the Browns are gonna win by 5. So be careful here. I think Tennessee's gonna win, but be careful. Vegas might know something I don't know. Alright, next game we got Atlanta versus Detroit. The Lions are 6.5 point favorites. I think that's rather generous, boys. But I do think they're a little bit better. I'm going to pick the Lions to win this game. But the Falcons, they have a chance. Don't count them out. Now we got New Orleans versus Green Bay. This is going to be a good game. You can clearly see the New Orleans Saints, they're missing their running back, Alvin Kamara. They don't look the same. They look a little bit out of sorts. But they still look okay. But I'm still going to pick the Packers to win this game. Alright, next, we got Denver versus Miami. Denver has the number 1 offense, guys. That means better than Miami, better than the Chiefs. Anyone you can think of, they're the best offense, but their defense is terrible. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Miami, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to go 0-3. So I got to pick Denver here, not because I think they're better, just because I don't think they're going to let them go 0-3. That's going to be a huge hole to dig yourself out of, and now we're going to have to be talking about Russell Wilson getting booted, even though it ain't his fault at all. So I'm going to have to pick the Denver Broncos here, boys. All right, next. Actually, hold up. I'm going to pick Miami. Fuck it. I'm picking Miami. I already know the Broncos are going to win because it's too easy to pick Miami, but you can't always pick an upset. So I'm picking Miami. All right, next we got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I think I'm going to go with the Vikings here. Not because I think they're better, just because I don't trust the Chargers head coach. I think he gets in the way of them winning, and that's been the story of the last few years. I don't think it's going to end here. Now we got New England versus the Jets. New England versus the Jets in New York. Pats are favored by 2. I think I want to lean towards the Patriots, but I'm going to go to New York this time, and then I'm going to probably pick the Patriots next time. Because I think they want the Jets to make the playoffs so A-Rod can come and save them. I think that's what they're trying to do. Now we got Buffalo versus Washington, boys. Bills are favored by 6. I'm just going to pick... I kind of want to pick Washington for the upset, just because of what everyone's making of them and They stink, but the NFL's rigged and scripted. It's hard to pick. It's easy to pick the Bills. So something in my bones is telling me to pick the Washington Commanders. But I'm not going by my bones today. I'm going to pick the Bills. All right, now we got Houston versus Jacksonville. The Jags, boys. Now with this, I think Houston is going to get mollywopped. So I got to pick the Jags here. All right, that's easy. Next game, we got the Colts versus the Ravens. This is going to be a better game than people think. I think the rookie might be out again. So with that being said, I'm just going to go with the Ravens here. Even though the Ravens have not looked good at all. They just have not. All right, now we got Carolina versus Seattle. Carolina versus Seattle. I think it's going to be too easy to pick Seattle to win this game, boys. Panthers have not looked good. They're not a good team. The Seahawks, not great, but just a little bit better. But at the same time, yeah, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. Even though they took a bad loss to the Rams last week. So I don't think they can take two bad losses. Now we got Chicago versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just going to pick the Chiefs here. Don't be surprised if the Bears win, though, boys. I remember last year they played Kansas City. It was a close game, and Kansas City won late in the game. So just be wary of that. Just know that Chicago has the offense and the capability to explode. They just haven't done it yet. All right, now we got a few more games. We got Dallas versus Arizona. I'm going to pick Dallas here. I just can't go with Arizona until they win a game, which I don't think they are trying to do, or nor should they be doing. Now we got Pittsburgh versus the Raiders. The Raiders. Now with this is going to be a damn good game, boys. And Vegas said so too. The line is 1.5 points for the Steelers. It's going to be a damn good game. I don't even know who to pick on this one, boys. I think I'm going to pick the Raiders just because they showed how good the Steelers looked last night. Now they're going to make them look bad. All right, now we got Philadelphia versus Tampa Bay. This is an old playoff matchup from a couple years ago. They got Philly 6.5 point favorites going to the Buccaneers. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs won this game, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't be surprised because the Bucs, they're the same team minus Tom Brady and a few other pieces. So it's still a good team, but I just don't think they're good enough. Philadelphia can control the game and run the clock. So I'm going to pick Philly to win the game. If you want to find out who I have covering, you just join me on Patreon. Rams and Bengals. We got the Rams at Cincinnati. Old Super Bowl matchup. And I think they're going to let Cincinnati get their revenge. I picked Cincinnati to win. Again, if you want to find out who I think will cover the spread, join me on Patreon. Other than that, thanks for watching, boys. Stay tuned for next week's picks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.